Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Nhật Anh and this is my teammate from Group 1, Nguyễn Văn Hà, Nhâm Thúy Hằng, and Phạm Thị Thu Uyên. So today we will present about the credit appraisal report of Vietnam Airlines joint stock company, which is the flag carrier of Vietnam. So we decided to divide our presentation into four parts. The first is about the overview of Vietnam Airlines. The second is about analyzing the 5C, puzzle, and Atmanzi score approach. The third is about the lending decision and other requirements. And the fourth is about the legal documents. So let's beginning from the first part is the overview of Vietnam Airlines. In 1956, the Civil Aviation Administration was established by the government, marking the beginning of the civil aviation industry in Vietnam. After that, in 1995, Vietnam National Airlines was established on the basis of linking 20 enterprises operating in the aviation service business. And in 2010, Vietnam Airlines was officially the 10th member of the SkyTeam Airline Alliance, marking a successful development step in the process of the international market integration. In particular, the period of 2015 marked a big turning point for Vietnam Airlines when it officially converted its operating model to the joint stock company, with many new sustainable development and the directions. So it can be said that after 20 years of the establishment and development, Vietnam Airlines has becoming the leading and precious airlines in Vietnam. So let's continuing to the second part is about the credit analysis. And we decided to use the 5C approach for evaluating the eligibility of Vietnam Airlines. So for the first factor is about the character. So Vietnam Airlines has been honored to achieve the 4-star airline certification for the fourth consecutive year from Skytrax, the International Air Transport Rating Organization, based on its effort of improving the quality and service experience. Besides, on the stock market, Vietnam Airlines was honored by the HNX in the top 10 upcoming enterprise that disclose the transparent and public information in 2 years listed on outcome in the period of 2017 to 2018. And it obviously to say that the Vietnam Airlines had increased their reputation and integrity. And in 2019, Vietnam Airlines continued increasing its reputation by switching and listing more than 1.4 billion shares on wholesale from Upcom with a reference point in the first trading season of 40,600 Vietnam dong per share. Particularly in the first quarter of 2019, Vietnam Airlines recorded consolidated revenue of nearly 26,000 billion Vietnam dong, increased 5% compared to the same period last year and reached 45% of the year plan. And moreover, the largest shareholder of Vietnam Airlines, which is the government with the contributed capital accounting for 86.19%, can increase safety for the investor of the lenders in some bad situations such as bankruptcy or the default. So for the second factor of the 5C is about the capacity. Yes, according to the clause 4C of Article 45 of the Charter of Vietnam Airlines, the president of CEO of Vietnam Airlines, who is the Mr. Dương Chí Thành, has the right to sign the loan and document and other contract with a value of less than 40% of the charter capital of Vietnam Airlines without the board of the management permission. And for the contracts and project value at more than 50% of the charter capital of the Vietnam Airlines, Mr. Thành is only signed after having the decision of the board of the management. However, there is no information about who can sign the loan document on behalf of Mr. Feng, if he has business trips or some special reasons.
So I'm gonna continue with my part, which is capital. Capital can be considered as the most important component among 5Cs. So as you can see from the table, we have used 6 financial ratio relevant to 4 categories. And with the liquidity, we use the current ratio. The efficiency, we use the inventory turnover ratio. The leverage, we use debt equity ratio. And profitability included operating profit margin, net profit margin, and return on assets. So the data we are using is the annual report of Vietnam Airlines from 2017 to 2019. And now with the result, we compare with the suggested benchmark here. So the results are not very good, except for the inventory turnover ratio and the net profit margins, as you can see here. So in conclusion, Vietnam Airlines performance through 3 years that not well exhibited through its annual report. Next, we have the collateral. There's no signal or information about the collateral in the loan request, so we didn't mention it, and we need to ask more information about it. With the condition, firstly, we have the external condition. The strong point is in the periods of 2012 and 2019. Vietnam Airlines has the strong double digits growth, and the minus point is that the dependence on economic growth and people income can lead to the easy to volatile of Vietnam Airlines. And the most serious problem that VNAs are facing is facing each of the COVID-19, because Vietnam Airlines recorded a loss of 10,715 billion Vietnam dong in the first 9 months of 2020. Secondly, we have the internal condition. Because Vietnam Airlines is the national airline of Vietnam, so it's having a high ability to recover after the losses or repay the loan under the guarantee of the government. Next, we have the puzzle approach. The puzzle approach is very similar to the 5C approach, so we're gonna come with the first one piece is for personality. This is same as the character of 5Cs. So you can take a look at the character part. Next, we have the A stand for amount and purpose. Because VNA have asked us to a working capital equal to 10% of its total asset, which is 7,645.5 trillion VND, in order to increase its sale by at least 20% during a year. So this amount and purpose is very clear and reasonable. Next, we have our stand for repayment. It is about the source that VNAs can take to repay the loan, but now it is facing a shortage of financial resources, so it can lead to the uncertainty in the source of loan repayment. So this our part is unsatisfied, so we stop analysis the parser approach here. So for the 5Cs and parser, the problem that Vietnam Airlines have to reconsider is that about the reliabilities of loan repayments and the guarantees of financial improvement in the future.
So there are many techniques available to analyze and predict the bankruptcy risk, but we use the Appraisal score approach to determine the rate of the predicted bankruptcy of this firm. So Vietnam Airlines is a non-manufacturing company, therefore we utilize the model the second derivative to forecast the bankruptcy of this firm. So we have the secondary derivative score model as the following. So we have the second derivative equal to 6.56x1 plus 3.26x2 plus 6.72x3 and plus 1.05x4. So where x1 equal to working capital divided by the total asset. So x2 equal to the retained earning divided by the total asset. So x3 equal to EBIT divided by the total asset, and the last x4 equal to the market value of equity divided by the total liabilities. So as can be seen from this table, we calculated the four ratios in common as x1 to x4. The second derivative score in the 2019 equal to 2.33. So this result was below ranging from 1.1 to 2.6. So this belongs to the gray zone. So according to the benchmarks of these second derivatives, this firm has a moderate chance of bankruptcy, so it does not mean that firm lying in this range has a weak financial stability, but this one needs to be cautious and be diligent of the risk. And next we come to the lending decision. And as we know about the COVID-19 epidemic, so there are many fluctuations that affect the Vietnam Airlines profit in 2020. However, it's only a short-term effect because the COVID-19 has been temporarily stable so far, and Vietnam Airlines has been applying many powerful solutions, breakthrough solutions such as the labor restructuring and downsizing staffing, the reorganization, and the income adjustment, and cutting on expense that are not really urgent and discount for the side contracts. And the last reason is that the Vietnam Airlines is a state-owned enterprise. So, from three reasons, we decided to lend.
So we also require the company to meet some additional conditions. The first one is collateral. As stated in the 5C analysis above, there is no official statement available in terms of collateral. Being a state-owned enterprise, Vietnam Airlines can be considered as a quite trustworthy borrowers. Therefore, it will be optimal with a minimum acceptable collateral coverage ratio of 1.0. Various common types of collateral can be recommended to the enterprise, such as real estate, blanket lien, accounts receivable, future sales, or cash reserve. Another condition is the update on business plan. The coronavirus has created a period of uncertainty and sudden dramatic change for the air transport industry. Therefore, it is vitally important for Vietnam's airline to prepare to perform fast and quantitative business stimulations and evaluating future scenario to organize strategic business recovery phases. In that way, can the airlines recover faster and be able to sustain a stable income to meet the repayment loans? For that reasons, we would like a practical business recovery plan submitted before any further negotiations. Moving on to the loan documents, there are several mandatory documents Vietnam Airlines need to fill in accordance with the bank credit policies. Those papers including the business license and permits, board meeting minutes, informations of legal representative, tax returns, bank statements, and last but not least is the account receivable aging and accounts payable agings. So that is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.